Hello there. Good morning to you. This is Kakaaki Social. I'm Obozeghie. Now, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Yinka Tinubu, has disclosed that $26 billion flowed through Binance Nigeria in 1 year, and the bank is unable to identify the sources and the users of that amount. Tinubu was speaking at a monetary policy committee meeting in Abuja on Tuesday, and he added that he's working with other arms before providing further information on that.
That certain practices go on that indicate illicit flows going through a number of these entities, and suspicious flows at best. In the case of Binance, in the last 1 year alone, $26 billion has passed through Binance Nigeria from sources and users who we cannot adequately identify. We are determined to do everything it takes to ensure that we take charge of our market, or put it differently, do not allow others to manipulate our markets in a way that ends up distortionary and suboptimizes for all Nigerians.
All right, let's see how you responded to this. Gump says, "Lo, the Know Your Customer checks on Binance are more intense than some of your traditional fintech apps. So how can't you identify them?" And Barry says, of course, he would read what people who think they know what Binance is prepared for him to read now. He can't even pronounce the name properly. Well, he says Binance or something. Well, Binance, maybe just like finance and finance, both are correct. Then Teddy says, the daily volume of USDT to Nigerian transactions in Binance averages $1.4 million, translating to just $500 million annually. Where did you obtain the 26 billion figures from? He says Dr. Yinka Tinubu is asking him, the central bank governor, additionally, considering Binance is merely an exchange where central bank can participate and influence the market, attempting to limit platforms like Binance displays a lack of understanding of modern finance. Also, Ibrahim says, your figures above are only for the pair USDT Nigerian P2P volume, which is way more than 10 times higher than that of the USDT to Nigerian volume, is unaccounted for in this computation. While the figures may not necessarily tally with what Tinubu mentioned, it's way more than your statistics. That's correcting the previous user right there. But let's move away from finance and Binance to say that the Nigerian Labour Congress has suspended the second day of a street protest earlier scheduled for Wednesday, February 28. That's today. Well, this is contained in a communique that was issued at the end of its National Executive Council NEC meeting made available to newsmen on Tuesday. They would instead be having a news conference, and again, they are extending another 14 days ultimatum to the federal government to meet their demands. That's from today to March 13, 2024. Let's go back to yesterday. I saw that the police became our friends yesterday. Same video, please. You would see that the police were there sharing water to persons who were protesting yesterday, and that has also caused conversation on the space of social media.
You need to wait now.
All right, so that was it yesterday. That clip was from Lagos State. Adania says everything is a game in this country, a vicious game that people's lives on their cheese balls. Nigerian Labour Congress once again throws the people under the bus to cash in. How many times does this have to happen before Nigerians start ignoring their calls for protest? Also, your favorite says, why won't this government continue dribbling them? They never stand on their words, always changing their plans. Oh, well, Autobus says, where is the history? Where in the history of Nigeria has police ever backed or supported a protest, let alone share water and biscuits? Please, that will collect money for them to buy pen and paper for you to write statement that will give you biscuit. Tales by moonlight. Well, our police, they are not like that. I mean, what's that? For Henry Akpabio, he says it is a smart way of calming down the protesters and having them under control. And he says, kudos to the Nigeria police. More thoughts on that is this is a Fidelis who says, imagine me where don't go iron my clothes tomorrow against tomorrow's protest because I heard police will share food today. Ajero, you know, try. Well, imagine that you had to iron your wares for protest. I don't know. That has to be in protest. Maybe in classes, protest in the boardroom or something else. But let's go over to more stories. Seyi Tinubu and his brother Yinka Tinubu have been billed to join their father, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on a state visit to Qatar. They would join that visit in batches of 16 and 22 on February 28 and 29. That is their arrivals. This is as seen in a document updated, or that is tagged updated list of delegation that made it to the social media space on Tuesday ahead of President Tinubu's visit that will be between March 2nd and 3rd. This has also shaped conversations on the space of social media. If you have perfect eyes, you would see that number 2 right there is Seyi Tinubu on private reasons, and Yinka, his brother, right there at number 3, private. Maybe number 1 is left out, apparently, for the first citizen of Nigeria. This is what netizens have expressed opinions on. Let's see what they are saying about this updated list of delegation. Bolaji Dada says nothing is wrong with this list as long as he kept to the limited number of international traveling delegates. Only 2 are private, and I'm sure there is a purpose for it, perhaps to learn 1 or 2 things and relate with other private individuals. This is also the perspective of the federal government, of the presidency rather, because they have responded and it says they want the sons to learn what happens on trips like that. Shehu says private individuals on a state visit to another country, if they were holding strategic positions that warranted it, that would have been fair, but private kininko for other private individuals, it's all right. How many times has Biden's son followed him on similar visit? More thoughts coming from Rita is saying that it's so sad that the person that originated the slogan, let the poor breathe, is killing the poor with hunger and starvation due to his harsh economic policies. The little breathe the poor was managing before being imposed with renewed hope mantra has been sniffed out. Well, Easy Slay says, a milocon. Man came to flex. Zero vision, zero plans, zero empathy. Hope all those tribal bigots are buying fuel and food at cheaper rates. Well, I'm not sure that is happening for anybody. And for Yoruba, it says, who is leaking all these official documents? Not defending the presidency, but this is a bad precedent. I mean, since mid last year, it's been leaked document every time. But let's go to our final story. Nigerian reality TV star in the 90-day fiancé show, Michael Ilesami, has been declared missing by his wife, Angela Dim, 2 months after moving to the United States with her. Dim says all her effort to contact his family here in Nigeria have been in futility. And then he says the man left behind all his belongings, including his passport. Well, she placed a reward of $10,000 for his return while she appeared live on TikTok. We hear that the husband has reached out to the U.S. police after the video went viral to say that he's not missing, and then he used a burner phone. That would be a phone that no one knew he had. And his claims would be that he ran out of the house to remain alive. Well, let's listen to the wife right there. This same video, you may have to skip back. Thank you.
Johnny Yates and Cody, which is a good family of mine, they drove all night to get here. Michael's been missing since the 23rd. The police are involved. We can't find him. Johnny, what is? I can't do this, Sean. Cody, I can't do this.
Hey, girl.
I can't.
Hey, girl.
Can you tell him how to get on the line?
Oh, well, there is another video because while this was happening yesterday, netizens soon brought back the video of their wedding during vows when she was told to say, "I will obey you and honor you." And she was like, "Who? Obey who? Obey." That's the video right there. We have that and then we call it a day today.
Hi.
Angela K. Dean.
Angela K. Dean.
Take you.
Take you.
Candy Ilesome Michael.
Candy, listen to me, Michael.
To be my lawful husband.
To be my lawful husband.
To love and to obey. To
What?
love and to obey.
What?
Yes, to love and to obey.
Obey what?
Obey
And
husband.
obey who?
Oh, my Jesus. I mean, it was loud enough.
Wow, but now, this one choke. You know, I've been following this story, like,
Right?
and it's so fascinating to see the endurance. I mean, it's almost like acting a real-time movie. You go through that process, and then you use that method to jackpot, because that's just what he did.
Yes, he had to swallow all the insult. You see when he bent his head like, okay, I know it's
Obey who?
Obey.
What?
Oh, my God.
That seemed like a reality show. It didn't
I'm
really
telling
seem
you,
like
yes,
a
it is,
real
but
wedding.
but the wedding is real.
The wedding is
time,
real.
Yes.
So
And
that's
their
what I'm saying,
marriage,
that
of
the
course,
wedding
is also
itself looks
real.
like a reality TV show.
She was shocked to know that I have to obey somebody.
Oh my
Like,
God. Okay, let's
who
look
are
at more
you?
serious stuff, Rena. I mean, the protest with the police sharing biscuits and water. You know, I was just telling Collie backstage, and she echoed it, because Deji also echoed it, that these people are not taking this thing seriously. For them to be sharing biscuit and water, and then a few moments ago, Collie said maybe this is the reason why they even called off the, the protest in the first place. But it's not a laughing matter, because every time they say Nigerians should show up, Nigerians show up, and then the dawn breaks, and everything is that we have met the objective.
I'm just wondering whether Nigerians would ever even answer these calls for protests anymore. There's another 14-day ultimatum. And after that, I guess they won't be asking Nigerians to come out for protests.
Yeah,
again.
because, I mean, netizens were indifferently, I mean, is it pleased or something? No, they were even indifferently surprised about this, that it even happened.